Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Deep Stretch Yoga with Robin. So come and have a seat, and let's just take a minute to find a comfortable seat where you can relax your legs. And you can always use another pillow to sit on top of it. You need more height. If you're sitting like this, you probably know by now what you need. Let's take our hands in front of us, move back a little bit, so that you can feel the chest coming forward and the hips hiking. Right, that crease in gymnastics, we used to call that hiking, but that place where the hip joints, the thigh bones fit into the pelvis. In fact, let's take your hands like two karate chops and gently nestle them right there in the groins. So think about there's a deeper part right down between the legs, more up towards the top, and all the things that are in that area, the inguinal region, lymph nodes, are these big arteries. So as a muscle, there's a lot of stuff going on down there. So gently press down and lift your navel up as you feel that. Now let's also use the heel of the hand, which is a bit heavier, right up at the very top, right in that crease, and press down with a little bit of fervor and lift your sides up and feel the pelvis going down as the ribs lift away. Now gently hinge forward. Feel your hips are behind you, right? Now just feel you're in the front of the butterflies. Come back towards the back, rock back a bit. You can even hold on here and feel the back of the butterflies. And your hands adjust as you shift your weight to the center, forward. Try to rock back and forth, let the hands kind of glide. Feel the place where you feel centered through your butterflies. There's two bony arms. You can perceive that your verticality, your pelvis, where you're sitting. So if you're a person that has a hard time sitting, this situation, in fact, let's all do it anyway. Take your hands to your buttock flesh, move it out to the sides, and tip your tailbone back a little bit. As you come up to sit, swoop your back up. You have a little bit of arch in the lower back if you're really loosey-goosey. Think about the opposite, lifting up or drawing the navel back a bit. Okay, so we have to feel our own back, and some days you might be tighter, so you might want to have a little more of a scoop. Other days you might feel a little more loose. So try to feel that. Or feel what is the shape of your lower back. In fact, take your hand there and feel it with the back of your hand. Okay, take your other hand out, left palm, bend the elbow, put the hand in the back of your skull. Right here in the back of the skull. So your hands are two bony landmarks, your skull and your lower back, your sacrum. Start to move back and forth. Keep your head upright, your chin parallel to the floor. Use your hand to help you feel if your head is pushing forward, or you have a little relationship between your head and hand, because we all have that tendency to push the head forward. So gently let your shoulders warm up a bit, and let the hands just gently touch the back, keeping the spine tall. I'll start to move. This is called Gomukhasana, cow face pose. Start to now feel your shoulder blade. Keep the back of the top of one and tip of the other. But don't strain. So go slowly and just feel where your arms want to go, where they go naturally without straining, keeping your chest and head still. And maybe gradually getting the hands a little closer without straining. Let the fingers really help you feel the back. Little references. Or your feel out your train of your back body. That place. Now come to a distance that is right for you, that feels natural, comfortable. Roll your bottom shoulder back. Lift up to the top elbow. Take a breath and using your hands on your back gently hinge forward a little bit. See if you would now relax your back and let your back round, let your head go down. Feel your hands go very far away from each other. Lift your chest up. You might be able to move your hands a little bit closer. Take a breath, lift up again, roll a shoulder back. Take your arms out, circle. And other side. So take your hand up, put your hand on the back, and let the hand come back to where it feels naturally, where its range of motion is without straining. So what often happens with this pose is people, myself, I used to do this, try to force their hands to grab it and they'll distort it. So let it be more about the symmetry of the body. Pull the bottom shoulder back. Maybe pull your top hand down a little bit, maybe not. Feel out, hinge forward. Round your back, feel your hands spread away. And now as you lift your head and come up, maybe you can slide your hands a little closer. Pull the right shoulder back, lift up, get tall through that top elbow. Take your hands out, put it down single side, stretch to your left palm up and over. These side stretches are so great because they open up. So excuse me. They really open up the fascia of the side body, which helps our breath. Also, our spine is sometimes hard to perceive, but we can really feel the side body, see them too. Your fingertips be an extension of your sides. When your head is heavy, now let it just drop gently. Try to relax your left shoulder. Lifting that up, go all the way up and over. Reach. Think about extending through your head like a limb, and now let the head just roll. Relax your right shoulder, even slump a bit to the side. Extend through your head. Come up, your fingertips to the floor. Let's change the posture of the legs. And if you want to come off your pillow, you can. If you need it, just stay on the pillow. And take a breath up. Let's do a few little spirals. Let's do it again. Get the side body activated. Take your hand across. Fingertips the back, lift up. Bend the elbows and draw them apart like you're going through revolving doors. Turn, take a breath, and lift up. Feel your ribs, let the ribs initiate. Roll through. Bend the elbows. Pull your hand back against your head. Let your head. Last thing to see. So again, initiate with the ribs, lift up, feel the rib cage turning. Bend the elbows. If your arms are straight, you're stuck. Bend them. Pull on your back hand. Your back is mobile, like a spider. Lift up, turn the ribs. Pull. Pull that front arm. Lift up. Get tall. Let the ribs turn. Let the head follow. Maybe let the hand pull back. So the arms are very involved in twist. They can be. Try without the arms and feel how hard it is. Okay. The arms really can help crank the body around. So now take your hand. Use it. You're pulling with this hand. Get your back fingertips. Lift up. One breath now. Exhale. Bend the elbows wide. Roll through. Reach out. So now you put it apart. Bend, lift, bend, pull. Okay. Come out to your hands onto your back. So let's explore something, traction. It's so interesting when we think about traction as gravity hanging as one sense of it too, but also our sticky mats or texture creates traction. The skin, the clothes, the tissue really the fascia. Now you're fixing one point, you're creating a stretch, even though you might not feel the movement. You're still creating forces of energy. So think about the upper back right here. The trapezius muscles, how they kind of hunch up. So we want the skin to flow down the back this way. If you had a t-shirt on that was on your neck, you would see that more. And if my t-shirt kind of choking me, that means the skin is going the right direction. And this is so simple, it's hard to catch me. So you're in a wide arm position. Great fellas, basically, arms are up. Or down, doesn't matter. You're going to push toward your head. Go down. You're trying that a few times. It's subtle. It's subtle. You're trying to catch the skin on the back of the neck. and float them down and get stuff on the studio. You try that a few times, you can find that you're lifting up and you're pushing with your feet actively toward your head. See if you can catch that action. Go down slowly, vertebra by vertebra. Let's do that 2 more times. Okay, lift up, push toward the hand, and slowly. Peel down. One more. Lift up, push, roll around. And hopefully you felt that. Now chill out, let it tip toward the floor. Little mini pelvic rock, tip it toward the knees, tiny. Use your feet to start the movement. You're actually pushing your toes forward. Now you're pulling your toes maybe underneath there. With the jump, push and pull. Now that's rolling the weight toward the toe tips, the heels. It's also activating the hamstrings and the quads. Top. You feel the relationship between your feet. Pushing and your toes might even squinch a bit as you pull. Now with your toe tips up, keep your heels on the ground. Walk in, do you feel your feet underneath you? Right? If they're too far out, that's hard. If they're too close, it's not right. You have to feel where you're going. Keeping your toes lifted, feel those 4 corners of your feet. We let those toes lift up, press your hands down. Now your toes bend, spread out. Good. Peel down slowly. Up by bone by bone. Roll over to your side. Now, hopefully, it depends on your space. So, my rug is down. I'm getting wood floor or floor. Just remember. So, take your sticky mat and roll it up in a tight tube. Excuse me. I guess you could do it with your head. So your head's not on the floor. Keep your mat about a third way up. And you're going to lay down and put the upper back, starting about here, and here, maybe 3 or 4 spots. The upper back between the shoulder blades, right? So again, it's a little subtle. You have to move carefully, slowly. Start up towards the top. And my arms are going right around the top. And so I'm at the top of the shoulder. Okay, and I'm going to use my hand on my head and support my head. And look towards my navel and I'm going to push. And I'm going to curve around. I can let the legs release and your hands to stay there for a second. And take a breath and put bend the knees and do that again and go over 1/2 inch, maybe more down. Now as I come down, be careful. I'm going to tuck my tail under, my pelvis, and then use my hands to pull my head around. So at this point right here is the interesting part. You go down a bit, you lift up a little bit, you go around, anchor, and then release. So the point is you will get, if you do it mindfully, much more sensation. These little segments, like I really feel my torso in front. So try it, try to be precise, try to go in small increments. I'll give you a few moments to do that, to play with that. And if you don't feel that subtlety of the stretch, you'll still be getting a good stretch, a little opening. Think about your anchoring your tailbone down Then pulling your torso and your head away from that, then the legs. Those little subtle adjustments can really open up some space. So now let's just find a spot, maybe more right in the middle. Take your mat, roll it up a little more, just so it's a little more significant. Or you put it below on top of it, below for your head. And let's take a nice long stretch over it. So hold on to it and place yourself carefully. So middle of the upper back. First go around it, try to go around. Try to get your shoulders around. You may not touch the floor, but they're not on top of it, they're around. And then the palms up. And stretch the legs out. Take a minute too to elongate your neck. Once you're in that position, let's just take the legs to down angle. You can alternate between this and down angle. All right, take a few moments here to breathe through your nose. And feel the breath spreading horizontally. Feel the face softening. Feel the belly relaxing and open. No. Let the feet touch without touching. Now take your arms up to the ceiling parallel. Or onto the outer elbows and again traction action. Press your pubic bone, your tailbone down a bit. Pull your arms long. Let's reach the legs out. Reach your left heel up. Please stretch it. Pull your left elbow. Right heel. Flex it. Pull it. Pull the elbows and heels away dynamically and then soften and relax the shape. Take a few breaths here. And now switch the cross, reach the arms up, change the process of right stable. You don't hold the arms to the shoulders. Here, reach out. Right arm, right elbow. One side elongate, the other side like a ladder. Now reach both heels up, pull them out, lengthen. Press your tailbone down, pull your nose away. Get a dynamic extension, and then relax in that space. Take a few breaths. Okay. And the knees, hands down, flat, hands and feet. Tuck your chin in your chest. Try to come up smoothly. Use your hands, your elbows. You might need a little momentum. Push up. Okay, and undo your mat. Let's take a down dog. So those subtle traction actions are really nice. Once you can find that, and yoga mat is perfect. It gives you no resistance. Let's take a down dog and make this first down dog be your expression. Down dog today, which will always be different. Just take a minute to do the pose without thinking too much about it. Just take the shape. We all know it. And just close your eyes and take a few breaths here and feel what is your back saying, your legs, your arms. What's happening with your body today? Little snapshot. Let your knees come down and take child's pose. And get easiest first few poses to kind of get a read on your energy too. Your energy feeling sluggish, or you feeling lively, in between. You don't know, maybe you don't know. Walk out though, again, it's like that traction action. Press the tailbone down, keep it down, and unfurl. Look forward, fall up. Spread your fingers, keep your arms active, then let the head go down. And push the mat down and forward. If your head feels uncomfortable, you can put a pillow underneath it if your head is dangling. You know, like using your arms to your hands and push down and forward. And feel the tailbone going back in opposition. You need to move those arms. Now relax your arms, let them bend. Now lift your head up, so again, with these choices of energy. So this is very active pull out. Now come on your fingertips. Go wide and pull that underneath you. Nice little more stretch in your armpits. Now walk over to the left. Fall over. Then your arm. And this hand could be actually be on the fingertips of this hand. Again, in twisting, this is a twist. These are helping. Press down with your belly up off your thigh, revolve it. Fall out further. Move this hand over your head, go down. Pull with your fingertips towards your right hip. And you can use your left hand to kind of roll it across your thigh. Notice your breath has to go into different parts of the body. You have a big thigh bone in your belly. Fall over, go long, stay low. Bend your arm, fall out with your fingertips. Pull. Just down, lift up, turn your belly. Fall up. Head down. Pull. Move your weight towards your left body bone. Fall all the way over again. Go as far as you can now. Take your hands wide. Push with your hands down with your hips towards the right. Feel that big side arc. Walk over. Big side stretch. As far as you can. Go wide. Push. Your hips roll towards the left. Back to the middle. Keep walking. Turn to face me. So side bending, side bending. I'll continue. Take patting if you need it. Let's do a little leg stretch. So take your right knee, the right leg, bend it. See your heels in front of your left knee. And check out your left foot. Make sure it's not stickled. Your toenails are down. Okay. Now make sure that knee heels are in front of your left knee, so that your hips are facing forward. Right. Okay. And take your hands on your hips. Let's start to move. Watch your knee. See that it doesn't torque it. Not good for the meniscus. The outer end of the foot. Let's actually take our hand here. Right, get that deep knee flexion, which is good for us. Let the knee go towards the toes. Deep flexion. For years, I was taught not to go past your functional limit. People do this all the time. A lot of work in yoga poses. So a very deep flexion. It's fine. As long as you're in alignment. In fact, it's good for the knees. Now, juice up those joints, good for the ankle. Unless, of course, you had surgery or something really injured. That would be a case to not do that. You can feel that alignment. Then now slide your foot out. Flex it. Let it slide out. Keep your hands forward. And now move your hips straight back. Try to feel the heel of the foot. Try to keep the toes facing up. Another nice stretch of the inner thigh. Now come right. Now press your back foot down. Let's come up like this. Let's walk around here. Take our hand in front of the leg. Now you might come up to here. You can't see on the back of it. My top arm is straight up. Like squeeze your bottom, lift your chest with your tail in. Turn over. Gate pose. Maybe you can turn your chest and look up. Goes up with balance. Press your knee on your foot down. Your body. Back around. Take the leg in back in space. You can see me there. Take it. Do a line the other side, heel in front of knee. Okay. Tailbone in. Turn it in. So this repetition helps you get into a lot of juice. Synovial fluid, specifically in the joints. Yeah. Fascia, stretch your leg out, flex. The fascia is actually made up of a collagen, water, hyaluronic acid, plus cells, nervous cells, nutrients, all kinds of stuff. But that's the main. So when we say the fascia, we get stuck, we get tight and play knots and scars even. But if there is restriction, that's because the fascia is out. It gets stuck and sticky. I mean, like chocolate off, right? You know, all those layers, how the honey dries out. We got the honey juice. Honey is like our juice. Now try to come forward. You're kind of on the bottom. Now you might not be able to do that person or you know, here, you can stay here too. Reach now, lift your chest. Press your whole shin, your back shin, heel down. Lift the chest. Good. Take over to the ear. Come back to kneel. And now let's see if we can just rock back to a squat. So your feet might be a little bit apart, your toes are tucked under. I'm going to show you sideways. Let's just use that and let's tuck our first feet a little bit. Now, see if you can gracefully keep your hands coming to yours. Let's try reversing wide arms, legs come together. Press back, use your hands and arms, lift them around. You have to make a little space. 1 minute's work. It's making this up. I like it. It's good for us. Transitions. Now, so here we are in a squat. And you might have to go wider with your feet. See if you can do with your heels together. So that's a kind of a little different thing. That's maybe for doing pro pose. But see if you can come to a more functional squat. A functional squat. Your heels might still be lifting. But notice your feet are turned out a bit. Right? And you might be here. You could probably put a pillow or something in your heels. But this is so, so good for us. Squat people. You gotta start squatting. You can't squat more. Seriously, it's good for digestion with the joints. Lock the hands short, your back goes down. If, however, if you had, say, really bad knee issues, then this is like impossible for you to do. I'm going to do the alternative, which is the same thing. Let your head go down. Now we can press your elbows against your shins. Hand in hand. Think about your tailbone going down and under. Full pose with garland, malasana. Then you take the hands around, maybe underneath the heels. Maybe the heels are closer. And if you can't do that, don't worry. Just take the backs of the hands down. Now, take your hands out and let's see, can we come up? Can you come back down? Can you come down with the hands? homework. So stay your knees. You can do that. Squat for whatever reason, or if some other reason your back something. We'll do it on the back. Happy baby pose. So a couple hands in the back. Such a great pose. All right, on the outer feet. Now do support your head if your head is tipping way back because it will restrict your hips. So maybe add some head support. And if you can't hold your feet, you can also hold your shins. Okay. Let's do a half happy baby. So take one leg down. And use your elbow, bending to pump the leg. There, pump it. And another side. Take your leg down. One hip might be stickier than the other. Both legs. And you can rock a little. Inside and play with straight leg down. Straight. Point your toes. Just stretch the inner legs out. And you might be here. That's okay. Might be up here. No. And straighten. Now, when you extend, though, try not to be too tense. Your toes point out, do most of it for you. But as you're too tense, then your upper your quads will ripple. That's not so pleasant, nor is it so effective. So, again, modulation. That makes sense? You're going to take your right leg up, point your foot, and really squeeze your foot hard. You got to tighten your leg in. Now just stretch it up. Have shape in the foot without much gripping. You can do both. Sometimes you want to activate, sometimes you want to just be in like, half gas. Right? Now, the arms down by the sides, the pelvis. Pick the leg up. Keep your other foot pressing down. Circle, make it small and smooth. Make it slow. Reverse. Press the opposite foot down. That keeps you stable. Press the hands down. Now slide that leg out. Or your shin. Draw your knee in. Feel this scissoring effect here. They pull this from the leg up. Now turn your leg out. Your leg is bent. Go wide. You're going to do a big circle across. Try to keep your foot, your big toe, like a big magic marker behind that circle. Let's reverse. Now, if this is bringing too much of you, do it like this, like that. Try to stand. Now go all the way across. Bend your knee to your leg. Take a little twist, turn. Your head turn away from your leg. Rock a little bit. Come back. Try to extend your leg and circle up. A big star shape. It's kind of a little bit strong, a little bit arch. Back in. Other side. So start with your feet flat. A little circle, smooth. Notice how each side is different. It might be sticky. We push this other foot down. You know what happens when you push this foot down? Your abs kick in. Your internal obliques, to be specific. I'll slide that leg out, press your heel down, extend your leg up, let it turn out. Big circle on the side is tight, bumpity bump up, click, click, click. Gotta get the WD-40 out. Yoga is like our WD-40. The chin line, the chin line. So it's tight. Yeah, now just bend the knee. Monster, nice twister. Your head even right. Extend your leg out. Try to circle yourself back. And just spread out. A twist your hip to be lifted a bit. Sorry. Sideways starfish. Now find the midline, so find the middle of the mat. Put yourself in the midline. Press your heels down. Put your thumbs. Put yourself up. Relax. Roll over to your side. Move your toes. Let's do a little stretch with the chair or the ball. Or some support. You'd also do without support. Let's come to a down dog again. So we'll face this way. Press your eyes up and back. Your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Come out your tailbone. Look. And it's pulling you up and back, up and back. And down. Feel the traction. Your head is heavy. Help your spine extend. Now look forward. Try to walk your feet in a little bit and start to press the heels down. So your stance gets smaller, try to get the heels down. Walk the hands back. Make a little pony maybe. So your feet are parallel on top of your heels. Walk back into your shins. Bend your knees, look forward. Lift your chin up, head down. Now spread the elbows and lift the shoulders up as the head goes in. Then look forward and down. Feel up, pull. Back is working that. Let out the head and the tip. The shape of the spine. Out and down. Hands to the outer hips, squeeze your arms in. You can always bend your knees if you need to, but leave yourself all up. Good, now find a support, or you could just do warrior one without. But it's nice to hold it for a minute. Okay, so you get all too. So let's have our left leg back, right leg, left leg forward, right leg back. So pick your back heel up, put them on the support, and we do it in the middle of the room, heels down, for support balance. But if you have support, you can lift that back heel up and all the way in. Right? Now watch your front knee back and straighten. And then deeply, and notice your back leg, just focus on the front. Now, with your back leg bent, and both knees straight, both legs. Now focus on just the back knee. So bend your front leg. So that back leg does not want to straighten. So straighten it, lift your chest up, walk it back further. Focus on that back thigh, lifting up. Now push the chair wall down and away so your chest is vertical. And your knee deeper, straighten that back leg. Moving it back further. Focus on that back quadricep lifting up. Push the wall of the chair away. Maybe look up. Forward. Come in small, little bouncy, springy steps. Right, switch. So this version gives you some time to really unpack the elements. Right, so then notice how the back leg does not want to straight. After you both, it goes straight both. Try to feel the knee engaging in front of the body. Keep it straight. And straight. And now feel what it feels like to be straight. Grip that thigh muscle. Reach back into your chest. Maybe go deeper. Press the hands down or little support. Soft that tiny little bouncy steps. Good, that felt good. Now, whatever support you have, you can just do an L shape. Maybe on the wall. Press your thighs back, have your heels underneath you. Straight on the street. Okay, come up. Good, now right leg forward, left leg back. Straight legs, look from the back. Try not to do this. Try not to do this. Think about your hip width. Pick your back foot up, turn your back toes forward. Straighten those legs, pull your front leg back, roll your back foot forward. So depending on your support, try to find a way to rest the head. You might just stay here, you might walk up the wall. Try to move your hips back in space. And stay for a minute. Keep pulling your front leg back up, moving your back to the floor. Be nice to go like this too. Up wall. Like that. And feel your lower back. Just really know your lower back. Feel your lower back spreading as you pull that front thigh bone back. Another body wrapping around. Switch. Now you can also be doing it in the middle. So, but it's quite hard to hold, right? It's not nice to have a support. So you can stay there. So adjust for your back leg, turn your foot in. Notice the balance is lost in the front foot. Push your big toe down, lift your chest. Forward and out. Stay. Think about pulling your front thigh or back and your back leg going forward. Bend your knee and carefully step in. Again, take a long L shape. Really feel your thighs back in space. Body balance, back. Pat the head, the ears between the arms when you're not doing this. So look straight down and press your thighs back. Yeah, he's walking. Okay, good. Come back down. Let's take a down dog. Bend your knees and up to child's pose with the head support. And let's make it a really mushy one. So use maybe a bigger pillow if you have it. Something soft. Top thighs. Go over it and So it's a little rounder. You could support your head like this. You could have another pillow between here, but it's a little rounder at the back. Give that belly your head turn to one side. To the left. Head to the other side. Hold yourself up to sit. Now take your pillow, and we have two even better. Sit to face me. You might want a belt for this. So if you have one, grab that. And I'm going to put this together. This is one of my favorite poses. So let's start like this though. So the pillows here are to help you lean back, right? Be able to see your knees, your feet. You're not going to be super long. Okay, so you're here. Start like this, right? And pick up your foot. Hold on to it. Take a piriform stretch. But you're rocking your leg. Okay, now you can maybe scoot down further. So it depends on you how far down you can go, right? And up your foot now, more in the middle of your chest as opposed to your knees. Out here. Notice how I'm going down like that happy baby, right? This is why I'm doing this. So you're here, and your foot is in the middle. Right? You're just kind of seeing your range of motion. Think about the middle of the body. That goes to that pose, that crazy pose. Flip up. That pose. We're not doing that though. We're just doing this to kind of stretch the hip. See what's happening. So notice it's not this open angle here. So take a minute, go on your head and just circle around and your head relax. So holding out. Tuck your chin, your chest. Now you might want to go higher. You see the worst view. We'll just do a complete pair from a stretch to start. Or underneath the foot. Rock a little bit. Maybe go down that one, maybe not. And then the middle of the body. Lay lift your range of motion. See what's possible. Again, arc over, more onto your head. Take a breath, pushing your feet and arc around. The head, draw back, like you have a spread. And now, roll over to your side. Come up. We're going to do this pose called the archery bow. Viparna Dhanurasana. So start to low, definitely. And you don't really need the belt. You could use it, but let's do one other thing first. So stretch your legs out in front of you. Okay, and this pose you can do two different ways. Try the classic way. Go over to the left, bend your right knee over your shin. Tuck your toes, your heel is outside your hip. Notice it's nice and trip, kind of tipped over. So you can scoot over from the pillow. You can pull out your buttock bone here over the left. Have your foot right in front of your hip. And lift up. It's like a half hero's pose, you're awesome. And reach your arms up, and this is where you might want to go. You have it here ready for you. And come forward. lift up. And either hold on your foot or your belt, and the elbows out to the side. Come for any amount. Think about leaning forward without like using my arms and pointing upward. And then let the head go down. Your shoulders down your back, look at your head forward. Do the rest. Now lift your head up, come back up now. Bend your knee, either without your belt or you can't get your foot. You're using the belt, choke up so your hands close to your foot. Lean back and straighten your leg. I don't need to forward. Parent pose. Now notice that you lean back. That helps the leg go up. Kind of goes like this. After you do that, you're just as a leg stretch. Bring your leg down. See if you can put your foot here or here. Okay, and it's just a few toes here. Half of the heels in the middle. If you can't do that, no problem. Here. And you can also use your belt like this. And do a little arm extender. And wrap it around your belt for your foot. And again, your foot might be in front. Across, lift your chest, and bend your elbows and turn. That's called Ardha 2. Roll over to the side, hold on to your shin. Keep it close to the top of your leg. Stretch it out to the back of the leg. The other side, shift over. Bend your knee. Outside your foot, and again, if this doesn't work for you, and tighten up those. You can do the whole thing like this. And you can do this smooth over, try to leave it. Think about your body dropping down between your heel. Okay. And flex your other foot. Try to feel centered, reach up, come forward. Take a breath. As you come forward, let your spine unfurl, lengthen from heel bone to navel, to diaphragm, to clap, to chin. Now, once you're there, wherever you go, head down, shoulders back, elbows wide. Take a breath. Try to grow toes as you stay. See, as you exhale, you lengthen further forward. Reach with the top of your head. Hold your spine. So your head's only a little snake. And keep it moving slowly now. Bend your knee, lean back, find your foot. And either the belt or your hands. It's interesting, you're going from turned out to parallel. Back, let your legs fly up, lift your chest up. Take a breath. Maybe with the elbows and root the leg in closer or not. And place your foot here. Maybe you can get a few toes do. You want to support your ankle. This is nice, also kind of helps the bow and the ankle. Or and you also just have your hand on the waist too. You don't have to touch your foot. This way. Back. Maybe you catch your toes. Maybe not. Hand on. Press. Use this hand to press that thigh down. Lift up. Bend the elbows. Try to hook your hand across. Let that back up a little back. That back goes like pointing back. And stretch your leg out. Now here is the last crescendo of the Simmonds. Stretch your legs out. Okay, so Karna Dhanurasana. We're going to do it just all together through them a few times. Take your right hand up, put your on your right shin, lean forward, bend your knee, or not. Make a mudra with your thumb, middle finger, forefinger, catch your big toe. Get your leg with your bent. You're going to slide back, lean back, pick your foot up. Now, bend your knee and your elbow. Or onto the side of the foot. Listen to what your soul wants to say. So you're almost like an arrow. Keep looking at your target. Fire. Right? And switch. So it goes down, lean forward, move the knee. Lean back. Use your weight to pull that leg up. Pull it up, way up and back. Fire. Boom, 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 boom. That was good for the hips. Dun, dun. And it's fun. I think. Good. Now, either with your belt or not, reach up, come forward for either Padangusthasana and if it goes, use the belt. Right, here we go, up and over, lay your head, releasing. Again, think about unfurling. Now just plop down. Up, come forward. And you have your toes. You can press your toes forward. I want you to move forward more. Reach, shoulders back, elbows wide. Move your head. And lengthen out away from your tailbone. Grow. Lift the head up. Come all the way back, upright. Take the hands down. Good. Let's lay down now and using your support if you have that handy that works for you. Legs in a chair, legs on the wall, legs with the belt, some way to elevate the legs. Your back after we did all those 4 bends. You might feel a little more. Hopefully good, right? Let your back spread now. Floor. And feel the contents of the belly like a collapsed souffle, just relaxed it into the back. Let's have the hands on the belly. Keep your awareness on the lower back as you breathe in and out. Feel the weight of this heavy pelvis. Thigh bones releasing as you exhale. So there's a sense of real surrender as you exhale softly through the nose. The back spread. The belly being watery, sort of like a lake. The back is like the floor of the lake. Let that lake of the belly be soft and calm. Let the breath be like a gentle wind rippling across the surface of the lake. Let the mind become as clear as the lake. It's a classical image in yoga sutras. That we want the mind to be as clear and reflective as you could see the sun or the moon clearly reflected on the surface of the lake. But you're also so undisturbed and so calm. You see it so clearly that you can also see through the lake to what's underneath the lake, to the fish, the plants below. that's one of the beautiful images that is used classically to help us understand consciousness, how we're trying to come to that place, that clear, reflective, lucid, penetrating gaze. Right? We're very calm, but we're very sharp, very aware, undisturbed, distorted vision. I guess that's what nirvana is. Now you can bend your knees and roll over to your side. Press yourself up to sit. So thank you